Okay people, this is himself, and in this video I'm going to talk about King's Rolling Elbow. I'm going to show you the frame traps for this, the mix-ups you have, and an unblockable setup, so stick around for that. So the command for this move is FF2, it comes out in 31 frames and it hits mid. On block you're at +2, but it also forces them into a crouch. One of the things you can do from here is a command throw. Normally giant swing would be the best option, but I'd actually go for tijuana twister or tombstone. The reason for this is that when I input giant swing too fast, the game mistakes it for the follow-up, which is 1. And while this isn't a bad thing because the 1 is safe, I'd rather get what I asked for. The other thing is that the 1 is high and people will expect it, so they duck. So because of that, I'd only go for the throw if I know they're going to stand. One way of forcing this is using the front kick. This is safe on block, and on hit you get the DDT. The only issue is that it can be sidestepped, but to combat that you can use DF1. On hit, rolling elbow is +5, but what makes it better is the extension can be hit confirmed, and once it lands, an alley kick is guaranteed as well, so your total damage is 55. But things are even better when you have rage, because here a blue bomb is guaranteed, and after it lands, you can do a guaranteed jumping elbow or a ground throw attempt. Either way, you're doing over 90 damage. But the problem here is landing the move in the first place. Rolling elbow is so slow, and if you just throw it out, then you're probably going to get counter hit. So what we need here is a setup, and what we have is crouch dash forward. This is a safe mid, and on hit you get this slow knockdown. So what we can do is follow with FF2, and if they quick back roll or tech roll, they'll end up blocking the elbow, and that puts us at +2. Now this seems unspecial, but really it's another setup, because what we can do is cancel that elbow and go straight into a throw. And the good thing here is that both giant swing and tombstone have shortcut inputs. So the way we cancel is by holding back, but for giant swing we don't need to do forward half circle forward afterwards. Instead what we do is half circle forwards, hold in the forward, and at the moment you think the cancel is done, hit the 1. What this does is it gives us a throw and it comes out real smooth. And the added bonus is that if they go for quick recovery, you can actually go straight into a spinning powerbomb and you get OK. The special input for tombstone is even easier. What we do is FF2 and then quarter circle back into forward +2/+4. What the quarter circle back does is it gets you the DB for tombstone and it gets you the B for cancelling the elbow. And even if you mess up the DB input, as long as you do the cancel, you'll still get the suplex. One piece of advice I want to give you is if you think they're going to tech roll left, go for tombstone. The reason for this is that sometimes you end up at a weird angle and giant swing doesn't track as well to the right, but tombstone is much better, so you'll get them that way. Also, I will be doing a tombstone Oki video in the future, so if you want to see that when it comes out, make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification every time I upload something new and you won't miss anything. So if they tech roll and stand, they can be thrown, and if they tech roll and duck, they can be elbowed. Because of that, they might choose to stay in the ground and avoid the mix-up, but to cover that, we have FF1+2. This will hit them as long as they don't tech roll or quick back roll, and the added bonus is that the FF motion looks similar to the beginning of FF2, so it's hard to react to. If they tech roll, then you've whiffed, but this isn't such a bad thing because you have two options. The first is hitting DB and then whiff punishing with a while standing move. While standing 1+2 will probably give you the best damage, but from crouching down at forward +2 will give you the best range. The second option is hitting 3+4 to spin away and then coming back with a power clothesline. The idea behind this is that you evade any attacks they throw out and then close the gap with the unblockable. If they back roll and stand, then they block the dive, but there's something special here. At this particular range, FF1+2 is +12 on block. A true +12, not guard frames, and that means that back +1/2 is guaranteed. What you can also do is go for a giant swing. This is a 10th frame throw, so it's unduckable here, and that means that their only escape is to break it. The only issue I have is figuring out the timing, because you have to input the F+1 just as King recovers, but really it's not that difficult. One option open to them after back rolling is ducking. Since they recover crouching, you won't be at +12, so back +1/2 is not guaranteed, and it also means that they can punish you heavily, so you do need to be careful. But the thing is, if they do that, then it puts them straight into the firing line of the elbow again, so really it's not an easy escape. Now at the beginning of this video I mentioned an unblockable setup, and here it is. After CD4, if they tech roll left, you can use FF2 to end up back turned. The way to do this is to input it early and to go long. but if you get it right, from here you can do power clothesline. What you can also do is hold F+1+2 and do the front facing version instead, but for some reason King doesn't turn around. Instead he suddenly switches stances, which looks seriously weird, but it still works. Obviously with both of these options they can duck and they can probably interrupt as well, but to cover that, what you can also do is go for back turn 3 into stunner. On screen there should be links to 2 of the videos, so if you haven't seen them yet, do check them out. As always, I hope you guys learned something here. If you did, then give me a thumbs up. If you think I missed something out or got something wrong, then say so in the comments. There's more King content to come, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'll see you guys in the future.